Hello, welcome back. We're about to start this new tutorial. We're going to add physics to a scale tile map, and we're going to add a new SKTile map to this game so that it looks a little bit better. Also, on the last time we had a bug that if we walked this way, the character was facing the wrong direction. So I fixed this by going into the normal state and changing these two values to +1 and these two values to -1, and that should work. Also, on the character node, I lowered the maximum speed because on the game scene I changed the camera to be scaled to half what the size was before, so that our character looks a little bit better. So let's get started. First, we're going to need a tile set. You can download a tile set from itch.io. You go to itch.io to game assets, and you can download the tiles that you want. But after you download them, it's not ready to be used with Spritekit, because Spritekit needs the files to be in a different place, each one. So for example, I have this tile set that comes looking like this. So I use this program Sprite to separate the sprites. So for example, here it's going to be very easy. We just do file, import sprite sheet, and it's already set up, so import, and we get one for each tile, and then you just go file, save as, and we save it as PNG, so each frame is going to be saved in an individual file. So here we have all the tiles that are saved from this tile sheet. So we have them now. So we're going to add a new tile map, I think it's called SKTileMap. So, or tile set, that's it. So we're going to do it grid, grid. We're going to name it fantasy tiles. Finish. Okay, already created. So we have this sample that it gives us. We're going to delete this, remove, and we're going to create a new one, grid tile set, and we're going to name it fantasy tiles. We're going to create a new 8-weight adjacent group, and it's going to be this. So if you check, each one of those has a different combination of files. So if we see here, we have the tiles we need, so we're going to add those to our assets. I'm going to remove this, and we're going to add the tiles that we need. So we're going to need the upper, the middle. We can add variation middle. We need this one. We need one of the sides. We need the lower 3. We need this one as well, and we're going to need this one, And I think we're going to need this one, and the other two I think are these two. Okay, so we have all we need. We're going to go to our Fantasy Tiles SKS. We're going to add the tiles that we need. So this one goes here, this one goes here, this one goes here. This one is going to have a variation tile. This one goes, I think this one goes here, this one goes here. So basically we fill this thing so that we have, and we're gonna have a variation for this one, and we're gonna have a variation for this one. Oh, and we also need the center node. So let's add that one. Okay, so center, we're going to add this one, and yeah. So Fantasy Tiles. This one was the center one, and there you go. We have our tile set. So on our scene, we're going to move this lower down, and we're going to add a tile map node. I'm gonna leave it as is. I'm gonna edit it. We're just gonna go basically paint this on our screen to test our jumping mechanics. And yeah, I'm going to delete some. No, to have it be more straight. And here be like this. Okay, so there we go. We're going to name this foreground map, and foreground. Okay, so now that we have this, we need to add physics to it, because if we animate this, our character drops down, and we can't add a physics body to this. There's no option to add a physics body to neither the tile map, the complete tile map, nor the each individual tile. So what we're going to do is add a little bit of code to our game scene. This code, I didn't write it. I found it on the Spritekit forums, but I think it needs a little bit of explaining, and so let's add it. So we're going to add a new function, and I'm gonna paste it here, and I'm going to explain the code because it's a little bit long. So and yeah, I'm gonna fix the indentation because it's all over the place. So editor, structure, okay, so we're going to have this give tile maps physics body to an tile map. What this is going to do is going to remove the tile maps that we had, and it's going to add each it's gonna add physics body to each one of them. The code that you have that I had from the forums had this commented, but we do need a body. I mean a user data definition for our tiles, because Spritekit's physics detection is not very precise, so your character goes through a little bit of the physics body for the tiles, so you can walk on walls basically. I can show you maybe in another video specifically to show you how that works. So we're going to only add physics body to the tiles that have a user data body equal to 1. So if it's equal to 0, it skips it and it doesn't get a tile, a physics body. So this is just to add the nodes, because it's transforming them to nodes, and then we're going to add the physics body. What they had here was adding an alpha physics body, but that doesn't work either, because if you have grass on your tile map, it will behave weird. So I'd rather just have a rectangle as a physics body, and have it work like that. So if it is equal to 1, because I tried to change to have different definitions depending on the if it was a wall, but it didn't work, so I left this code here. It really doesn't matter. You can comment this part, but the restitution is going to be 0, like so. But we're going to add this. This is the important part, that we have the contact test build mask to be the player, and the collision and the category bitmax to be ground, and that's it. So when we move to view, we have to add our the tile map to this function, so that the tiles get added. So if we let tile map child node with name, we named it foreground map, at least I think we did, and as a SKTileMapNode, and then we just call our method, give tilemap physics body tilemap, and that's basically it. But we need also to do our physics definitions. If you remember here in the game scene, we need this as the user data. So we add this one, this tile. You have to select the one on below, and we add the user data. So user data is going to be this, and the value is going to be 1. And we do this for all the tiles that we need to have physics body. In this case, we're just going to be these 3, because like I said, the game behaves weirdly if we add to the walls, because your character enters a little bit and then it is considered to be standing on one of these. I don't know how to, or I haven't tried to change the physics body of the player to be something else so that it doesn't get stuck in one of these, but it's one solution. Another solution that you could have tried, instead of adding a physics definition to each one of those tile maps, is just have your an SKNode like this, and just set it to be transparent, and that works. I think it should work better this way, because you're adding less physics bodies in total, because this one is just one big rectangle instead of like 30 rectangles that you need here. But it depends on how you look at it. But for the walls, we are going to need another one of these, because if not, our character will just pass through walls. So yeah, I think we are set. Let's give this a try, see if it works now. So yeah, like you see, it's working. But if you also like if we turn the physics on, let's turn them on so that you can see the physics bodies. What's it called? Show physics equal to. So you can see one mistake that we have. It's our character has a big physics body. So, and this way you can see all the tiles have physics body. Oh, we can. I don't know how to press 2 buttons at once, but yeah, in this case it's adding physics to the other tile, so we're going to fix that. It's adding everything. Oh yeah, the way because we have to add the user data and assign it 0 to each one of them. If not, it will add them regardless. So let's continue this part so that only the tiles that we want get physics bodies, and the rest are ignored. Okay, so yeah, now if we run it, only these three should get physics body and the rest should be ignored. Yeah, like I said. So we have this this problem right here, that our character is too big and its physics body is too big, so we can change it in the code for our character node. We are going to change its physics body to be something more appropriate. So I'm just going to copy the code because it's tedious to write it again. So okay, so we have this. It's basically the same thing. So, but instead of if you check our games in this, our character, the player, the size is 50-50, and we want to be a little more thin, so we're going to be 30-50, and the center of the physics body is going to be we're going to let it's going to be 40. It's going to be a little bit lower, 43. Yeah, that should work. We are affected by gravity. It doesn't allow rotation. We set our collider mask to player, and its category bit mask to player, and its collision bit mask to ground. And when we create it here in the game scene, we just have to add another method. The player has a character node. Set it's called physics body. What we name the method? Create physics. So create physics, and that's it. Now it should work. We're going to do something else as well. We're going to add the code so that the camera follows our player instead of just being stuck. Here we see that it's a little bit too big, the physics body, but that's just of you messing around with some pixels so that you can get the size right. And last is going to be the camera. So for this it's just two simple methods, maybe just one. And game scene. It's just going to be these two methods. I'm just going to copy them as well because it's easier to explain. So we're going to have a method that's going to be center on node, and we're just going to run an action to move the player is we don't have a variable for the player, so let's grab a variable for the player. Player is equal it's a character node, and we just set here player is the player has character node, and so okay. And if the player it's a different than nil, then we're going to copy these two inside and change them to player and player. Okay, so here just center on the node player, and okay, so we just run an action to move to the position of the node that we received as parameter and the y position, and we set a duration, and on the class method, I mean the method did finish date, we just call that the method that we created to center on the player. And that's it. So if we run this, the camera should be following us. Okay, so that's it. And for the walls, we just need to add, like for example, this node that we have here. We just reduce it in size and just put it where the wall should be. This one. We need to make this non-editable. Oh no, this one and this one. So we move it to where we want the wall to hit, to be present, but not when on the top. So now our character should not hit the wall and not walk past it. So I hope this was helpful in getting your sprite, your tile sets to work in your platforming game. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow. If you have any requests on how to do certain things, I can look into it and show you how I would do it, or how to do it, so that you can have an idea on how you would do it. So see you next time. Peace.